Hello and welcome to your reading. So I'm filming this at a different time and I want to cleanse your energy first to begin with. My name's William, nice to see you. Today's reading is about your energy in relation to love. So we're looking at your energy and love. This is like a self video. This is a reflecting video. We're not looking at like a partner or anything. We're just looking at ourselves. But yeah. I'm gonna shut up so we can cleanse. We're burning cinnamon for that prosperity. And boom. Set that down there. And then we have 3 piles. The first pile is the red coral. Second, we have white turquoise. And third is green turquoise. And it is blue, but don't come for me. Also ignore these. That's not yours. Yes, the red turquoise. Or not red turquoise, red coral. Beautiful. White turquoise. And I keep forgetting to say this, but you pick your pile, like you go to the description and you click on the timestamp for your video whenever you're ready. I'll give you just a couple more seconds. You get a couple more seconds, because I think I forgot to say thank you. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. If you chose the red coral, this is your reading. This is what it looks like. It's little tiny red flakes. It gives me like root chakra vibes. And so it makes me think of like passion and like wanting to change your living situation. It makes me think of moving forward, commitment, and like big energies like that. But let's look at your energy in love. How are you feeling about love? How is love treating you? How are you treating yourself? Boom. Ace of Cups. The Magician. The World. And one more card. The Moon. So it looks like you're coming into a place of self-love. Like this is a new place that you're entering. Like you've learned a lot about yourself. You're starting to see your own value, and that's welcoming in like a space for a new relationship. Actually, you might still not like your reflection in the mirror a little bit. There might still be some illusions around like the truth when it comes to like the way you feel about yourself, but you're kind of faking it till you make it. At least you're definitely motivated right now. You're still like encouraged to work hard. Like you're self-motivated right now. And with the World card, I feel like a big cycle just completed. And so you were probably going through a cycle with someone or even just with yourself that was really like negative and really spiraling. And it took a long time to get through that. But I feel like you're making like big progress right now. And so like your life's going through a shift. Your life is going, you're kind of you're at the Magician stage. And so you're seeing how to use the things around you like to their best ability. You're seeing things for what they are and like how to make the best of a situation. You're learning optimism. And so that's really pretty. And let's clarify. The 5 of Swords. And so you're leaving this place of like self-doubt, I feel like. Let's see. The 4 of Swords. So you've done a lot of healing. You've learned to take care of yourself a little bit more. The importance of self-care. And the Queen of Swords. I feel like a lot of the time you're your own worst enemy, definitely. You argue like internally, you have a lot of like internal struggles, and you're learning to cope with that. You're learning to slow down and see life for the moment rather than for like, you're seeing life as a journey and not as the destination now. You're taking better care of yourself, you're healing yourself, you're trying to find a sense of humor about yourself, and you're not being so serious. The Phase Mandela, and then the isohedron. So you're getting in touch with your emotions, and you're learning that like sometimes things come in cycles, sometimes things come in waves. Right now is a time of, for one thing, and then later something else will be like there. So anytime there's something bad going on, you can like push through it and like really power through it. You're using your mind and your emotions now. You're connecting the two, and so you're finding a way to like integrate thoughts and feelings in a healthy way. With the moon and then the Queen of Swords, that's Pisces energy and then air energy. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And so I feel like there is a little bit of like, that's like a Neptune and Aquarius vibe. So it's like your dreams are very like casual. Your dreams are very, they're very expansive. Your dreams kind of take over your life in a way. You live life like it is a dream. And so you take your dreams into the real world, and you not dazed, but you live in a little bit of a fantasy world sometimes. Like I said, you just completed this major cycle and you're going through a resting period. And then maybe you're already done with this resting period, and so you're trying to skip a little bit too quickly to the Magician. And so you're trying to get working a little bit too quickly. You're not taking enough time to reflect and really like sit down and like understand yourself. And if you really want this, like, if you really want a relationship, or you really want like to move forward with self-love, you need to sit down and reflect why you got in a place, like why you didn't love yourself before. And you really need to understand that. Let's see. Let's get 2 more cards from this deck. So how has your life improved recently? We have the 8 of Swords and the Ace of Cups. One more card. And the 7 of Wands. I feel like you've discovered what you wanted. And so you're like moving in that direction now. You're excited to move in that direction. With the 8 of Swords, you're no longer like trapping yourself in your negative thoughts. You are just moving forward. You're just getting it done. No matter what it is, like, even if you feel like you're doing bad work, you're working hard. Like, you're trying to make sure that you're working hard and you're not giving up excuses. You're not making excuses for laziness anymore. You're taking action. The Moon card can be a big card of like being stuck and like not knowing how to move forward, not knowing how to make the changes you want. And so I feel like that's what you're doing, is you've created a goal and you're moving towards that goal. Even if the path isn't perfect, you're still accepting of that. You're probably moving very quickly. You're probably not slowing down quite enough. So try to take it a little bit more slow and work with yourself a little bit. Let's see what's next in love. So what's coming up next? You're gonna love your job. So you're finding a love for the journey, like I was saying. You're enjoying the journey instead of the destination. The Ace of Cups for a 3rd time. And we have the Devil and one more card. The Ace of Pentacles with the Moon on the back. And so you're very excited. You are very passionate and you're very emotionally connected to your work right now. I see you doing very like, you're going to be moving, or you're going to be finding like new ways to accomplish the same tasks. And so you're going to be like creating like your own path. You're going to be thinking of smarter, so you're going to be thinking smarter, not harder. With the Devil though, and the 4 Cups, I see that like you do get stuck in negative thought patterns and like wishing you had more sometimes. And so try not to beat yourself up so much for what you don't have. And remember that like you're getting there. As long as you see it in your mind's eye, you can achieve it. And so if you want something, just make that the focus and get it. Don't allow yourself to be annoyed or upset because you don't have something. Make it a goal, make it a priority to get that, to go out and get it. Now I want to get one more of these cards too. The Devil is things that like you lock yourself in. And then you have the 8 of Swords too. And so you're somebody who definitely like, you limit yourself a lot. You put the shackles on yourself. There's a lot of new opportunities coming for you, definitely though. Because you have like 4 aces. And a lot of them are emotional, so maybe a relationship really is coming. Somebody could be offering you like a gift or like a proposal. With the World card, there's definitely people that like have seen you change. They've seen a glow up in you. And so people have noticed that you're working harder and that you're working more passionately. You get 2 cards. Wild Orchids and the Heart Woman. Wild Orchids is a card of like spirituality. It's like getting in touch with nature. And I do see a lot of nature vibes throughout the reading, actually. With the World, and then like this card right here, you see like how he's eating the cherries. I feel like you're trying to take like a healthier diet. You're seeing how your diet and like everything affects your mood. You're seeing like how nature affects your mood. And so what moon phases above you could like make you feel differently. With Heart Woman, I see like you taking your heart and getting like fruit out of it. And so you're putting your heart into your actions more so than you used to. This is like a sacred geometry deck, so it explains how like we're all interconnected. And so I feel like you're understanding that interconnectedness. And that's how you're able to manifest that's how you like found out what you wanted, is because you really started to like connect to your heart and understand your heart. You looked inward. Maybe you still struggle with wanting things you don't have again, like I was saying, but just keep in mind that you can achieve any goal that you set your mind to. And so don't want something you can't have, go get it. Go like make it a priority. And with the 3 of Pentacles, you can do the work. That's what's coming up next. And so next you are going to be working hard. And it's going to be a new opportunity. It's going to bring new opportunities in your life. This is very positive. Any closing messages? Let's see. The 5 of Swords on the bottom, which is the first card. Here we go. The King of Pentacles. So you're going to be leveling up in your finances. You're going to be becoming much more stable, much more comfortable. But you're at the Ace of Pentacles, or next is the Ace of Pentacles. And so this is just reminding you that like the end goal is to get to the King of Pentacles. You have Capricorn energy too with the Devil. And so Capricorns love to work. That's like their favorite thing. The 8 of Cups. So realizing that sometimes things have to get left behind for you to move on to a new place. And then the 9 of Cups. So there is probably a relationship coming. Somebody's gonna like make you a love offer. The 5 of Swords, one more. And the 7 of Wands. This is something you'll be very excited about. Why the 5 of Swords? The High Priestess. So this may have been somebody in the past that you argued with, or like you just didn't get along with very much. But I see that like as you're maturing, they're also maturing. And so I feel like maybe somebody that you didn't get, like you couldn't find common ground with in the past that you left behind, is going to be coming back into your life for like a new renewal. You have the 7 of Wands twice. You're definitely like, you're decisive about what you want now. So you're moving from a place of indecision to decision. You know what you want now. And with the root chakra, like you're comfortable knowing, like explaining that you know what you want. You don't have a fear of like, you don't have a fear of your desires. You know you deserve like more than you have, and you know you're working hard for it. You're gonna earn it yourself. So that's all I have for you. Thank you. If you chose white turquoise, this is your reading. And so it's giving me like purity vibes, like snow and like rebirth. And so I feel like the snow has like covered up the grass, and so something's like new life's about to sprout. Let's see. It's also like giving me 7th chakra vibes. So connection to the divine. We have the 8 of Wands, the King of Cups. Let's see. Your heart is ready to do something. It wants to do it very quickly, very ambitious. You have the 9 of Wands, all fire so far. This shows like somebody standing out in a crowd. Let me get one more card. Well, actually, that's good. Let's see. And then one of these oracle cards. So I feel like you're ready for some change to happen. You're trying to bring about some huge major change, and you're trying to do it like you're trying to bring notice to yourself. You're trying to bring attention to yourself. You want to come out, you want like a rebirth of your like enthusiasm and your excitement and love. Your heart is ready to be very passionate again. So maybe something like recently like happened and like you're leaving that behind. It's like you were fighting with somebody or something and you're just ready to leave that behind and move completely on. You want new growth, new birth, and you're embracing this very quickly. You want this to happen like as soon as possible. You no longer want to be stuck in the past. You're ready to move on. Compassionate Pele talks about like Pele is the goddess of Hawaii, I believe, and she's like the volcano goddess, and so it's a lot of like erupting passion, erupting emotion. She created the island of Hawaii, and so it's like new creation, new life, like I was talking about with the white. Okay, now let's look at the shadows of your heart. So your heart is definitely ready to move forward. Your heart is ready for a new journey. And then there's the Chariot. The Devil. I see how that could like get together. The Nine of Wands again. Your heart is ready, but it's also like scared to do it the same. It's back and forth a little bit. The Seven of Pentacles. So you're trying to be very calculated right now. You want to start like being more excited. You want to start being more adventurous and like going out and getting more like done, and like you want to meet people, do things, have fun, but you're also scared of the consequences. We have Decahedron, and you're probably scared of the consequences because you're thinking about like a greater spiritual purpose behind what you're doing. With the Devil, you're starting to notice that like there are things that like tie you up. There are addictions, there are dependency issues that maybe are a problem. Maybe in a relationship you get like codependent, and so you get like dependent on that person to make you happy and dependent on that person to bring you stability and like security. And so you're recognizing these things and you're seeing them and you're thinking about them in more ways than one. You're trying to like look at different sides of the story. The Seven of Pentacles too, you're trying to really assess like what's going on, and you're trying to figure out how to move forward. You no longer want to be stuck in this situation. You're ready to get going. The the Chariot is about like family. And so you're ready to create like long-lasting relationships and create positive changes. Let's get some more vibes. The Lovers. I wasn't getting a big commitment vibe, but I feel like that's your hot and cold energy. You're probably scared of commitment now because like you got out of this codependent relationship, but ultimately you still want commitment. You feel kind of attacked as well. So you're scared of being attacked. You're scared of being rejected. That's a big fear right now. You can see like this card, and then this card all kind of look very similar. And so there's a fear of other people's opinions. Rejection is not necessarily a bad thing. And right now you're fearing rejection. Right now you're also fearing like people controlling you. And it's not a bad thing to be rejected. Being rejected is usually a good thing, because if somebody's rejecting you, you probably weren't meant to be in a relationship with them. There we go, the Empress and the Ace of Cups. And so you're looking for new love. You're looking to be treated like the queen of the world. You're ready to be treated right, basically. And then the Five of Wands, that's 3 5s. You're ready for change. You're ready for huge, major changes. Your next relationship, your next loving like relationship will be very different than your last one, because you're not gonna let yourself sit in the same situation again. So let's look at your next relationship. Let's look at your what's next in love. So what's your heart ready for? What's next? You want somebody very compassionate. Let's see, what's next? There's lots of hot and cold energy here. That was what I was getting at the very beginning too. But I guess it's like the sun is what melts the snow, so that way the snow can like be water again, and like so new life can come out of it. And so the sun, you have to be passionate before you can be emotional in this sense, because it's like the water's already there, the snow's already covering up everything. We have to get rid of the snow, so we have to melt it. And so you're going out, and there's the Emperor with the Empress. I was wondering if that was going to happen. So I definitely feel like you do want commitment. You have the Lovers right there too. You do want commitment. You do want long-term like partnership. You have the Eight of Pentacles, so you're willing to work for a connection. You're willing to learn with a connection. You're willing to grow from it. And the Queen of Wands. So you're someone very independent and very financially secure in yourself. You're coming up as the Empress, and then also the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. And so what's next is you're going to be like showing off a little bit. You're going to be trying to like flaunt your stuff and like trying to be attractive. You're going to be trying to bring them in, like make them come to you. With the Queen of Wands, And then I'm getting this vibe, romance. So with the Queen of Wands, you're trying to like shine your torch and like have people be attracted to you for yourself. You want people that think you're exciting. You want people to have fun, that think you're fun and that want to have fun with you. You're attracting a very emotional person though. You want somebody who is in touch with their emotions and who rules with their heart. You want somebody who's gonna romance you and like bring you like wine and dine you. The Eight of Pentacles is mastery in like your business, or like mastery of like how like if you read like tarot over and over again, you get better and better and better at it. It's about like you want somebody who's dedicated and who's hardworking and like sticks to one thing and works very hard at it. Get two more of these. For what's next in love. Infinite wisdom. And then you got the hexadron cube. So you have two of the platonic solids, which is very interesting. What's next is you're going to be finding material comfort, like from a relationship. You're going to be looking for a relationship that provides like a home and like a place that you could build a family on top of. Right now you're going through that spiritual evolution with the decahedron, and then you're going towards a place of financial stability because you're evolving as a person. You're starting to use your mind and like think through things more, which goes back to infinite wisdom too. And in a partner, you're looking for stability. Your next partner, or like the next potential partner, is coming up as the Emperor, so all four kings, very well-rounded person, and then also the King of Cups, and so a very emotionally like secure person. This person's gonna have a lot of intuition, and they're gonna be very like wise. And so you're gonna be looking for somebody who's very grounded and very stable. Something else I was just thinking about too is this represents the element earth. And so the earth is covered mostly by water. And so you're gonna be looking for somebody who has like that stability, but this stability comes from like water. And so emotional stability is gonna be a big thing for you. You're gonna want somebody very emotionally available because maybe like in the past they weren't emotionally available, and that's why y'all would fight. And so you're seeing that pattern, and you're only accepting people into your life that show emotions like up front. And so I feel like that's really good. And then let's get a little bit more. One last like layer. What's next in love? What's your heart getting prepared for? The Four of Swords. So your heart is resting right now before this new beginning. Let's see. I feel like you don't know who this person is yet. And so this is gonna be a new person that comes into your life, probably not a past relationship. You're just like preparing the ground, preparing the land for when they get there. The Five of Cups. Why the Five of Cups? The Empress. So in the past, you were attracted to people that were very like in their head. You were attracted to very smart people, but they were a little bit manipulative because of that. They were good at like talking you into doing things you didn't want to, or like changing your perspective. And so you've recognized that pattern, and you're gonna be looking for people who don't do that anymore. You don't want a heartbreaker. With the Four of Swords, you're resting right now. You're taking this time to really reflect. That's what I see. And if you're not, then you definitely should take some time to reflect. Because you are hurt. You're the Empress, and now you have the Five of Cups, which is like heartbreak. And so you went through a heartbreak. You feel like everything got spilled over and knocked over on you, and it's like, you need to like heal that. So that way you don't bring it into your next relationship. But it is good though that you're moving on from this like Knight of Swords, the King of Swords energy. You're like ready to like embrace change and like see new types of people and meet new people. And that's what I got really with this. So it makes sense. Thank you for watching the reading. Hello, pile 3. If you chose turquoise, this is your reading. And so with turquoise, I'm feeling like dispelling negative energy. So you're releasing toxic traits or toxic partners in the past and trying to embrace new positive changes. You're trying to heal what happened. That's my dog, sorry. But let's see what's next for you in love. Maybe in the past you were stuck in like an illusion. You were looking for things in all the wrong places, and that led to heartbreak. So you were attracted to people that seemed fun and exciting, but were also very immature. And they just weren't able to give you what you wanted. That came out really quick. We have the Two of Pentacles and the Three, or the Nine of Wands, sorry. I think it's the 9. It might be the 6. I can never remember. But this is about like sticking it through till the end. So now, like in the past, you were with partners that couldn't stick it through till the end. They were very like wishy-washy, and they broke your heart. It was all about timing. Like they were just trying to get there for the moment and not for the long haul. And so now I feel like you're gonna be switching your perspective. That came out really easily and really quick. Very clear too. Which goes the turquoise, dispelling negative energy. It made it really easy. So I feel like you're gonna be you know what you want now. You've experienced maybe some negative, like some toxic relationships. And so you've experienced what you don't want anymore. And it'll be very easy for you to like find what you do want. You want somebody very stable, somebody who's gonna take care of you and provide for you. Before you were looking for people who excited you, and now you're looking for people who stimulate your mind a little bit. And the Ace of Cups. You're embracing new love. I think all 3 piles had the Ace of Cups. But yeah, you're gonna be embracing new love. There's a new self-love too. And then the 4 of Wands. You're gonna be looking for a deep, like soul level connection. This is supposed to be like the shadows. And so I feel like you come in very intensely, and then that card comes out. The 10 of Wands is definitely an intense card. Too much going on and like overwhelming energy. And so I feel like you come in very strong and like, it's because you know what you want. Even in the past, you weren't sure of what you wanted, but you knew you wanted something. And so you always have been like a very strong-headed person. And maybe sometimes you scare people off because of that a little bit, but that's just because they don't match your intensity. And so if you scare somebody off because they don't match your intensity, they weren't gonna match your intensity ever anyway. And so that's a good thing. You have butterfly feelings, and you get those butterflies in your stomach, I feel like, and that scares you a little bit. You're kind of scared of experiencing your emotions a little bit. Let's see. In the past, we have the Decahedron. So you're going through like a spiritual awakening. You're connecting with your higher self. You're understanding your mind. You're exploring the different. But I feel like you're gonna be exploring like the stars. You're gonna be exploring space, and like you're gonna be deciding what you want. You were hurt in the past. You felt betrayed, and I feel like you're gonna be healing that. Again, you're gonna be dispelling negative energy. We have something shaman, I can't remember. And Dean, and then Shadows and Grace. My sister just made me stop recording, and her name's Grace. That's kind of funny. And then the Star Tetrahedron. That one's actually really cool too. This one is 2 like triangle, like pyramid-shaped pyramids. So it's like a 4-sided cube. It's hard to explain. I don't have one with me right this second. But it's 2 of those put into each other, and so like one fire points up, one fire points down. And it represents it represents a complexity in fire, and like how passion can go but many directions. How passion can be multi-directional. And then with Shadows and Grace, I feel like you have like this presence that is very it's very graceful, but it's also kind of scary and kind of dark. And so you embrace the darker side of things. And so that's why I feel like you got stuck in this Moon card before. You were embracing the darker side of things. You were trying to see like, you were trying to explore the shadows, and you got like stuck in the shadows a little bit, and then you got hurt by the shadows. So I feel like now you've realized that you don't want a bad relationship. You don't want these things that hurt you. And so you're trying to find things that are light. You're trying to find things that are much more providing, much more offering to you. You have the Shaman, and this card's like the Master Builder card to me. And so it's using your hands. You're in a relationship, you're gonna be looking for somebody who works hard and like, who's that financial stability. Maybe you are the financial stability for yourself in the relationship. And so this could be like, I feel like you want to provide for your partner. You want to hold your partner up and like support them. And so maybe you've changed your perspective from wanting to like be provided for to wanting to provide. You've become your own provider. You've learned that it's important for you to provide for others and not always rely on others to give you what you want. Savior just screamed at me. And when I looked at the clock, it was 222, and that's 22, there's 12. And so that's kind of cool. Lots of 2s, lots of balance. That's partnerships and duality within yourself, understanding yourself. And so you're understanding what your role in a relationship is more, I feel like. You're going to be understanding why you got hurt because like you were looking for the wrong things. You're going to see that you want to provide for these people. You want to provide for whoever your partner is. You don't want to rely on them for things. Okay, what's next in love? Actually, let me clarify this reading just real quick. No, we'll clarify it after this, I guess. I already started. We have Justice, partnerships, Libra energy. What's next in love? The Three of Cups. I feel like you're going to be exploring your options a little bit more. You're going to be keeping things a little bit more friendly and letting a relationship come to you when it's time. You're going to be waiting on karma to deliver it to your door, kind of. You're not going to try to force anything. In the past, maybe you were very eager. Now you're going to be the opposite. You're going to be like pushing relationships away. Did you see me catch that? That's the the Nine of Cups. That's romance. It makes me think of the drag queen Will and Bella. Like, oh, she caught it, but she caught it. I don't know. It's funny. The Eight of Wands. So you're not going to accept a relationship until they're pursuing you and they're pursuing you quickly. You're going to wait for them to make the first moves. That's what you've learned, is that when you make the first moves, a lot of times you get hurt. Because you set yourself up like for failure because you don't know if this person's going to be attracted back. And I don't feel like you like rejection. I mean, nobody does, but specifically. We have the Two of Wands. And so you're going to be seeking a counsel, divining. This card represents like using magic. And so like you're going to be asking like tarot cards what their opinion is and stuff. And you're probably going to be touching into that. You're going to be waiting until you find a connection that feels like magic to you before you partner up. Until then, I feel like you're definitely going to be in a more friendly vibe. The Chariot, and then one more. The Five of Swords. One more. Why not? The Ten of Swords. So these traumas, these things, this heartbreak, I see you needing to heal it. I feel like you might try to push it off and like pretend it didn't happen, and then it's just gonna grow into a bigger wound. And so I feel like you should definitely prioritize taking this spiritual time and like going through your awakening slowly and carefully with yourself, addressing your shadows and like really looking at yourself from an objective point of view, seeing why you got hurt, what happened, and like seeing how you can prevent that in the future. Time is what heals wounds. You can't rush healing. But you do have to heal it eventually because otherwise it'll just keep coming back up in your relationships. We have the Page of Discs, the Tower. And that's kind of what I was talking about right there. Like if you don't heal the Three of Swords from the past, it'll turn into a Ten of Swords and it'll keep coming up, keep coming up, keep coming up. It'll just keep attacking you. You'll keep attacking yourself. And you'll get stuck in like a victim mentality. And there's the Nine of Cups. Remembering that romance isn't everything in a relationship either. Like, how do I explain that? Like, you can't just go for somebody because they wine and dine you. There has to be more to it than that. And so not just accepting compliments and being like, oh, they love me because they complimented me. Waiting until they've proven it a little bit more. Waiting until it stood the test of time. Being patient with yourself and respecting yourself in that way. Get some more cards. Like one more, because I got a bunch of these earlier, I forgot. And we got 3. So the Fruit of Life, that's that providing energy. Passion fruit, and then compassionate Bailey. And so you're going to be creating a lot of things. You're going to be in an energy of creation. You want to birth things. You want to have fruits. You want the fruit of life. You're not content with just the flowers. You want to wait till things are ripe. You don't want to get things before they're ready. And so you're going to be moving slower, and you're going to be slowing down and taking things when it's that time. You're going to be patient with yourself and patient with others in love. And then last advice. Some advice for the end about how you're changing in love. We have the Queen of Wands. So taking your own path, taking your own journey, being your own adventure, not looking for excitement in other people, but exciting yourself. The Two of Wands. So really taking, or looking for advice, maybe. Planning things. The High Priestess is on the bottom too. So maybe you're a tarot reader. If not, then your intuition's pretty strong. You should look into tarot. But self-empowerment in general. You're going to be planning things, taking slower steps towards your goals. You're going to be independent and like, you're going to be your own excitement in life, like I was saying. The Tower. Why the Tower? The Two of Pentacles. I was saying a bunch of twos. Why the Two of Pentacles? The Hermit. And so, like, this goes back to what I was saying. You really need to go inward and, like, take time alone before you go out and, like, try to meet people again or try to be around your friends. Continue this, like, solo journey and really, like, look at yourself and see why you got hurt in the first place and try to understand that. Try to really make sense so you don't repeat the same patterns. Because you don't want to get stuck in the same cycle over and over again. You want to grow out of it. And so figure out how you can grow out of this cycle. The Three of Wands, and one more card. The Queen of Swords. And that goes back to that King of Swords energy. Was that this pile? I can't remember. No, I think it was the other pile. But not looking for partners that are, if somebody hurts your feelings, like believing that. I feel like this is a more masculine pile. And then the rest of the piles I felt like were more feminine, I guess. So this feels like looking for people that match you in a better way. Like, you're an earth energy, so looking for people that have like the fire and the water and stuff. Earth and air don't really mix because like air just like hits earth and it's like bored. It's like it stops it from doing anything. And so just finding like compatibility. There's another queen. But then we have the King of Wands. So I feel like you do very good with a fire person, especially with Compassionate Pele, which is like the volcano, and like she created a volcano. She is the Hawaiian goddess of creation, I believe. And so like finding someone that you can really vibe with and create with, that's mature, and then you have the Page of Wands up here too. So finding someone that's very like passionate and that matches you on that level. The Knight of Cups again. A volcano is surrounded by, or not a volcano, an island is surrounded by water. And so you want this fire, you want this earth, and you want this water, and that's how you're going to make a beautiful paradise. Staying away from people who are colder energy and like, the Four of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. One more card, the Hierophant. Staying away from people that are in non-committal energies and that are not like serving you in a way. Let's see. Deciding what you want. It's kind of repeating itself now. But what am I trying to say? Let's get two more of these cards. What kind of energy do they want to attract? You want to attract energy that attracts other energy. And so before you were attracting energy that like consumed energy, you want to attract energy that builds on top of things. It goes back to that fruit of life. You want energy that produces life, not energy that consumes life. And so before, I feel like you were attracting negative energies that consumed things around you. And so now you want things that produce. You want producers. You want healers and stuff. You want things that are substance, that have meaning to them and have value. You don't want short-term, like, quick fun anymore. And if you do, then you should find that. That's what I was saying. You should find that in yourself. Be your own enjoyment, and then let your relationship be something that nourishes each other, rather than just for enjoyment. It should have enjoyment too, though, of course, because of the Knight of Cups and stuff. But like, just because you want to have fun together, but don't make it all about fun. Make it about every side of the story. That's all I got for you, though. Thank you.